Okay, so Crossroads Urban Center has sent questions to all of the candidates running to represent Utah's new House District 1 in Congress. And we have met and recorded videos with several of the candidates, and today we're meeting with State Senator Kathleen Riebe, before we do anything else, why don't you introduce yourself and tell us why you're running?
My name is Kathleen Riebe. When I'm not in the Senate, I'm a school teacher. I've been a school teacher for 25 years in the state of Utah, and I first got involved in politics because I realized that there was a real large gap between haves and the have-nots. And also as an educator, I saw that, with the state that says that they're the best run state in the nation, I always ask for whom?
Yeah.
Who are we the best run for? And if we can build prisons that are over budget, and we can build museums at the Capitol that are over budget, I think we really can do better by everybody in this state that needs a little assistance and also needs a little bit of support. So when you think about our school children, we're the worst funded schools in the nation. We're like number 49 and 50, constantly going back and forth. When you think about the class sizes here in Salt Lake City, we are the largest class sizes in the nation. And we can throw all sorts of money at problems that can make other people more wealthy, but we can't seem to find a way to pay off our debts to the citizens that actually keep the wheels on the bus, Like the average person sending their kids to school, they struggle to pay for their school lunches, they struggle to find a classroom that's not over 35. And if you're somebody who's unhoused right now, we have a lack of resources for that. And if you have a disability or your child has a disability, there's a 30-year waiting list for people to get housing. So that bothers me a lot. So that's the reason why I run, and that's the reason why I continue to run.
Okay, thank you. And our first question we sent all the candidates is this one. The minimum wage has been stuck at $7.25 per hour since 2009. Do you support legislation to raise the federal minimum wage?
I do support legislation to raise the federal minimum wage. We were having a conversation about this in a debate, and having a national minimum wage might be a heavier lift than having a adjusted minimum wage for every state. So the minimum wage in New York City might be different than the minimum wage in, say, Alabama, or California might want to come up with a different minimum wage. So raising the minimum wage federally, I think, is important, but I also think it should be a state minimum wage that provides a equitable experience for all citizens. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
so I definitely agree that the minimum wage should be raised. There was something on the news the other day that a pound of meat costs more than the minimum wage right now.
Wow.
That's crazy, right?
Yeah.
That's sad.
Yeah.
That you have to work an hour and you can't even eat a pound of protein. That's crazy. So I think that's alarming, and it has to be addressed right now.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Second question we sent all the candidates is that the big beautiful bill championed by President
Trump. We should call it that. Don't say that. We should not be using their words. That's not a big beautiful bill.
Made many negative changes to Medicaid and the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Programs now. Would you support legislation to repeal these negative changes to vital healthcare and nutrition programs?
Totally. I think that's the first thing that we should be doing with any of our money. We should be supporting our children, we should be supporting our elderly, old people, and our people in need. I think that should be the first thing we fund, not the last thing we fund. So I find it, we keep saying that we're a Christian nation, but that we could actually have people not being able to eat is ridiculous, or being able to get the health care they need is insane. So that would be the first thing I would do.
Okay. Thank you.
That would be my highest priority.
Okay. Well, thank you again for showing up and answering our questions. The last question we sent all the candidates is that during the past year, HUD has proposed major controversial changes to the programs that help fund homeless services in the United States. Congress has taken action to block some of HUD's proposals. If elected, would you work to protect funding for homeless services from proposals that would make it harder to reduce homelessness?
Yeah, I would work for that. I think that when you look at what's happening here in the state as well, We had a great partnership with the 4th Street Clinic, and we just needed a little bit of state funding to get it over the finish line, and we refused to do that. I just think that's an egregious violation to the people of Salt Lake City and to the people that need assistance. There's no reason why we shouldn't be taking care of the people that need help. So I would do anything I can to make sure those programs are funded.
Okay, well, thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.